G'day everyone and welcome back to the Cyber Minutes podcast. My name is Max and I'm joined by Flynn for a special episode today. If you're one of our keen-eyed viewers, you may have noticed that this is the 52nd episode of the podcast. So what that means is Flynn and I have been making these every single week for 1 year straight. So it's a pretty cool achievement to be able to make a podcast every week for a year. And with that, we're going to be dialing back the podcast episodes to monthly from now on. Just we've got some personal stuff to do, and life gets in the way of things a bit. So yeah, we'll be running it monthly. We'll still be around, but just less frequently from now on.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great run so far. I think the podcast has already achieved a lot of what I wanted it to do. It's been a great talking point. Both for people who do just listen to the podcast and also, just bringing it up. And it's a lot has happened since, hence why we do need to sort of scale it back a bit. I don't think I've actually mentioned it, but I started a new role at some point in the episodes, which have been fun. Typically, I was the GRC guy, which I still kind of am, but also am starting to delve in technical stuff, which is also fun. Still happy to get involved. Hopefully it means, more frequent guests and, covering topics that are sort of longer term. I'm sure people have noticed as well that sometimes some episodes are shorter just when nothing really happens in the news, whereas monthly we'll have a bit more freedom to sort of pick and choose topics. Yeah,
exactly. And so with that, this week's going to be a bit more... maybe a little bit more fun than what we normally do, but we're going to be reacting to popular hacking clips from movies and just getting our take. Some of them will probably be, hopefully, somewhat realistic, and some will probably be really bad. So, I'll share my screen. We will get right into it.
You asked him to change his password?
Aha, so we have the classic phishing attack. So as you saw in the email, they sent some message about Chinese spies, and as you saw from the little clip, it was just two people in their in their room who've sent an email with an attachment, and our friend over there has just downloaded it.
Yeah, which is actually pretty realistic. Basically, majority of attacks actually occur.
Yep.
I say to a lot of people that it doesn't matter how many different measures we put in place. We could spend billions of dollars making the most secure architecture in the world, but it's going to make it a million times harder if everybody's clicking PDFs that come through your email.
Yep.
Downloaded the PDF. What he downloaded was the keylogger.
Yep, so that's right again. The keyloggers are what they are. They are tools that let you see what the person's typing, so you can trace what people, if they search like hello on Google, you're going to get a log that says this person sent hello to Google. It's just going to track whatever you type on your keyboard. So if this person goes in and I'm guessing is going to log into their account, the attackers are going to see their password. Yeah.
Got it.
One thing I will say that's a little bit weird is obviously they're doing it to make it a bit more attractive to Hollywood, but they wouldn't be seeing that it's going into the password field, the name field and stuff like that. That's obviously just a very nitpicky thing because they're trying to make it, I suppose, accessible to everybody. Obviously, it'd be more like a log, like a script in like a shell or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
wait.
All right, so I don't quite know what that was at the end. It looked like he logged
Just
it.
dragged it from one lot of it.
Yeah, he dragged it from one side to the other, and then something happened on the screen. I don't really see how that would be a good
He's
attack.
reconstructing endpoints apparently. So this is the classic dramatized hacking I see with Hollywood movies, is that they show it as a very back and forth in the moment battle, which that occasionally happens, when somebody's caught in the act and you're trying at this time. But what's more often the case is that these are months of drawn out preparation, sort of stuff like that. Somebody's in a system that nobody knows that they're there. It's not like I suppose a turn-based battle where one person does something and the other person's like, gotta act with blocking this person. It kind of can happen technically, but often it's more very much a drawn-out process.
Yeah, 100%. And I think I saw something about there being an IP address and then a login next to the IP address. I don't really know what that would have to do with much.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just pause there and have a look at this screen. All right, so what we have here is apparently they're connected to an IP address, and that's a fancy loading bar for upload virus. But usually when you're trying to hit someone with a virus, it's just going to be a console. It's not going to be all this fancy stuff you're seeing here, and it would probably be a code, like a file name, like virus.exe, or something, not uploading virus. That's a bit far-fetched.
Again, I'll give them the pass just because they do have to, make it, I suppose, sexy for Hollywood. Nobody's going to want to watch a script going through a terminal.
Yeah.
Apart from us, the people in IT.
Yeah.
But you're not going to see these dramatized things, which you're going to see with all of them anyway. They always get the big percentage signs going up and stuff, which kind of doesn't really happen as much.
Yeah. All right, so I don't think there was much else to say on that one, but it looked like he had his computer infected, and he was seeing little glitching things happen almost immediately, which again, most well-crafted viruses these days, you're not going to see anything. It's not going to look any different to normal. We'll just go back and look at the code this guy was writing. It looked like he just had some script or something. It looks like this guy, he's running an Nmap on port 6777, and then he's running some script, IEC backdoor, I believe. Yeah, backdoor.nse. And then we'll see what his second bit said. Okay, cool. So yeah, he's got user notebook set power to 0, and it could be, I don't know the specific language that is, but bash IAC backdoor. He's running his script, and running a script that sets the power to 0, so shuts the power off. Now, for this to work, he'd probably have to be connected to a power box that has internet connectivity, or that he's directly connected into, which you see here is distro box there. So this is pretty good, actually. I really like this.
Yeah, the only criticism I would have, if you could go back to where he's got the Nmap.
Yep.
Yeah, the only thing I would say about here is that Nmap but anyone who doesn't know, is a network map. So you basically scan the network. So it's saying here that he runs an nmap, then he runs the script. I don't think that would really happen. The nmap is like typically a recon. You're seeing what you're going to do. You're not going to run your nmap and then run the script at the same time, unless I suppose the script is for the actual recon as well, which it doesn't look like it is because it's saying it's making a backdoor. So like technically that's wrong, but I still think this is probably the best of the bunch so far.
So it looks, I don't know what like file type .nse is, but the nmap with the port and then script. That might actually be functionality of nmap, but I don't remember using it or seeing it at all. All right, so now we're gonna go into some of the like really like funny, like memey hacking scenes that you see in movies. So Fast and Furious, any of the iconic ones as well.
I want every chip with a 0-day exploit in a 2-mile radius around that motorcade now.
There's over 1,000 of them.
Hack 'em all.
Okay. All right. So what she was saying was like sort of based in reality. I want every chip with a 0-day vulnerability, in a mile to be, did you say exploited or something?
It would be, to ask for that is so correct that, that everything has a 0-day exploit in a mile radius. You would have to have like the best surveillance.
You'd have to have the best like 0-day exploit ever created that, everything has it.
Yeah.
There's over 1,000. Hack 'em all.
Hack 'em all. It's on time.
Could technically happen. We had Ryan on here at one point talking about car hacking in general. This is obviously next level, completely taking the car, turning it on, which the engine was completely off as well. So I don't know how you would actually hack it. You would turn on the power to it.
Yeah.
But
maybe if it had a Wi-Fi network that was, constantly turned on, which is, cars have some pretty like dumb shit in them. So, it wouldn't be super past me, but hacking all of them and then saying it's a zombie time is, a bit like, exaggerated.
But my thing as well, like, I don't know if you've ever done this, you like left the light on in your car and it just drains your battery instantly. Imagine if you had something that was connecting to a network.
That's
could really get all the speed running out of the battery all the time.
That's a good point.
I'd buckle up if I were you.
Alright, so what we have here is like this car looks like it's from like 2010 or something. In a 2010 car, I don't think, hacking the microchip is going to really do anything to it. Like those cars that are able to, drive autonomously, that's a different story. But a 2010 car, you're probably still going to need to do something kinetically, like push the pedals to make it jump forward like that. Just hacking it isn't really going to do much.
Although one thing with this, although I think this is very far-fetched, like the fact is like the whole key data breach, where I'm pretty sure people were able to like take over systems by just seeing the number plate of the car.
Yeah.
Which is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
So very far-fetched, but maybe not completely not possible.
Yeah.
Once again, another car that was turned off that's been turned on.
Yeah. Alright, I think we can end with this one and give it a big fat 0 for realism there.
Yeah, realism sense, like I'd probably give it like a 1 or a 2, but like I suppose in terms of making hacking cool, maybe like a 5, while also giving the buzzwords. I don't know, but definitely not a high rating.
See here. Access encoded. Gigabyte of Ram should do the trick. We're in. Alright, what do we got?
So that it doesn't make any sense of like like you can't even like, you know, with the Fast and Furious ones, I was very much twisting an arm to try and make it make sense. There's no way this one can actually.
If it's he's just saying gibberish. So his drive's encrypted. A gigabyte of RAM should do the trick. A gigabyte of RAM would not do the trick.
This also this I suppose clip is probably one of the most iconic like bad hacking
ones. Yeah.
But this like clip itself kind of broke the internet in a sense where it was everybody was just saying go download some RAM.
Yeah. So yeah, if you've ever been told to download more RAM, or if you've seen an ad pop up when you're browsing the internet that says please download more RAM, that's pretty much where that kind of came from. It's that clip. All right.
No way. I'm getting hacked. No, this is major. They've already burned through the NCIS public firewall.
Well, isolate the node and dump them on the other side of the router.
I'm trying. It's moving too fast.
I can't with the four hands typing.
The amount of brain power would need to accurately type with two people on the same keyboard would be ridiculous. And also, it's just like the worst mix of them all. Like the terrible back and forth hacking. Like, oh, it's real time. It's got the just random keywords. It's isolate the node.
Yeah, isolate the node, and there's just like random gibberish on the screen as well.
Port scan?
No, this is major.
It's burned through the firewall.
The NCIS public firewall.
Well, isolate the node and dump them on the other side of the router.
I'm trying. It's moving too fast.
I love the music as well.
Oh my god. He was reconnecting the Infos database. Sever it.
I can't. It's a point attack. He or she is only going after my machine.
It's not possible. This is DoD level 9 encryption. It would take months to get built. What is that, video game?
No, Tony, we're getting hacked.
We're getting hacked.
The entire NCIS network is next.
I can't stop him. Do something, McGee.
I've never seen code like this.
Neither have I.
Where'd you go, Abby?
I didn't do anything. I thought you did.
No. I did.
I mean, with the whole thing of the unplugging the network, it's kind of right and kind of wrong at the same time. Like, if something's not connected to the internet, it can't get hacked, basically. But if a company actually did that while they're actively being hacked, they would be screwed from a legal sense.
Yeah. Also, another thing, I think they just unplugged the computer. So whatever was going on, I don't think they would have stopped any of it.
Well, technically, they said they were only targeting their computer, which also didn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
a threat actor would probably see that, be like, "Oh, the computer's disconnected. Oh well," and then just attack the next computer. Like it wouldn't really make any kind of difference there.
Yeah. Legal sense, you can't just unplug stuff because the digital forensics would be destroyed, and you would be basically liable for that whole aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to give that one a 10 in terms of how hilarious it was, but I'm going to give it like a 0 accuracy.
I'll give it the same. Yeah.
Someone synced a rat to one of my servers. Remote access tool. We're being hacked.
I look at there's sequential firewalls. It's like firewall 1, firewall 2.
For those who don't know,
where are these set up?
A firewall is literally just a set of rules saying what data can go in and what can go out of your network. So it's usually just very boring, you know. If someone tries to connect to this thing, then say no, or if it does this, then say no. So different levels of firewalls is a bit egregious.
But we've been so careful. How could they find us?
They haven't found us yet. Just cracked the outer layer of our system. I'll start an...
That means they haven't found
Yeah. If they've cracked the outer layer of your system, they have definitely noticed.
What if he said we haven't been compromised? Sure.
Yeah.
When he said they haven't found us, like how?
I don't know what this is. This doesn't make any sense.
What? They're on to us. Vikram's trying to track our IP address.
Can you stop it?
No, but I can slow him down.
Okay, trying to track an IP address. Okay, that's something that usually you can get a rough, area very quickly. In terms of finding a exact location from just the IP address, it's not gonna happen.
Also, who's hacking who here? So they're being hacked at the minute on. Okay, we're gonna hack their system. Like, what is even happening?
Yeah, I don't know.
Coming from inside the city, trying to narrow it down.
Like the radar, just fucking sure.
Start Counter-Strike.
That's me after a long day of work. It's just...
What the hell?
Oh, you are good, but I am better.
That was good, apparently. Just sent like a bunch of cats onto their computer.
Cat videos? That doesn't seem like Blackhat. Who would do that?
We're about to find out.
That barely slowed him down. I'm sorry, but he's going to find us in less than a minute. Should we abort?
No, we've only got 2 of the blinky boxes left to go.
Ooh, blinky boxes.
It's basically like whenever you find somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about, and they're just like, they don't care about security, I suppose. Just secure.
Just secure it. Just hack him.
Yeah.
Hack located.
That's Castle's office.
He must be working with Haley. She's got the skill set for this, and she is about to breach our firewall. If she does, they'll have instant access to our entire investigation.
No. That's going to put a target on Castle's back. We have to stop him.
I can do it, but I need time. She's almost in. I could launch a cyber nuke, but it will completely fry his system.
So I just love this screen. Just launch cyber nuke, which is going to somehow magically fry the system of the other person. Great.
I suppose maybe like a zip bomb is what they're trying to reference. I don't think they're trying to reference it.
How would they zip bomb someone who's trying to break into their system? How are you?
With the side, obviously.
Is that a go for launch?
Yes. No. Oh!
What just happened?
Armageddon, I'm afraid.
Armageddon. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I can get it.
All right. Well, that was interesting, Flynn. That was a lot of fun. I think hopefully, someone got something out of it, because I sure didn't really.
I mean, yeah, we're actually pretty good. Better than I thought it was going to be. I personally am a lover of bad films, I suppose, funny bad films. So I kind of love it when I see a hacking scene that's just not realistic at all.
Yeah.
But I think I might be a bit alone in that field.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thank you for tuning into the Cyber Minutes podcast this week. And, we'll see you in a month. And it's been really good, spending this year, really working on the podcast. And, it's been a lot of fun. So we'll chat soon. Thanks for listening. Just a reminder that the Cyber Minutes podcast is for educational purposes only. The views expressed by hosts and guests are their own, not necessarily their employers. Advice discussed is general advice. We promote ethical discussions, not illegal activities. Have a cybersecurity question? Send an email to cyberminutespodcast@gmail.com, as we'd love to answer it. Stay cyber safe.